I'm going to explain why I'm not actually doing the what I was planning to do, which was the starting on Monday every day I was going to post up a Wolf Quest series that me and Jay did that was a Christmas themed series, and it was going to have custom thumbnails for each part. Now, I had set plans to start this early and start working on everything early so that way I wouldn't overwhelm myself and have to worry about it nearly as much in the moment on the days of. But there is, and if you guys are in my Discord or you watch my videos or my streams, mainly in my Discord, I had a, and I am, God, I'm already doing so. Um, I'm sorry if I end up crying in this video, but these emotions are genuine and I am going to keep this part in. I am not going to try to hold back my tears because I want you guys to hear the emotion in my voice and know that this is genuine. But on the Friday before Christmas week, my ferret Tilly suddenly drastically started health-wise getting worse. To the point where we had to rush her to the vet. And anybody that doesn't know, I started streaming and everything back when I still had 3 ferrets. I have had 6 in my lifetime. And anybody that has seen my really old streams, and I keep them on YouTube just because I like to go back and look at them. Um, I started streaming and everything when I had 3 ferrets, and their names were Dimitri, Tilly, and Nima. And Tilly and Nima have insulinoma. And anybody that knows what that means, it's basically diabetes, but for ferrets. Just exclude the sugar part of it. Their blood sugar basically drops suddenly, and they need to take medication for it. Tilly and Nima, between the two of them, I thought Nima was the one that was worst off. Until that Friday, when I saw Tilly, and I'm just going to be blunt with you guys, but try not to make it graphic due to YouTube restrictions. But to put simply, Tilly started having a seizure, and it was bad. But it wasn't the worst part of it. She had a really bad seizure, and I did what the vet recommended whenever Nima has a seizure, and she has had 1 or 2 seizures previously. So normally, for anybody that is wondering what I did, and if there are any vets in the comments below, feel free to give me your tips. But what the vet recommended to me was basically put a tiny bit of honey after they have their seizure on their gums. Let that kind of like soak in. It's not really meant for them to like eat, but it's meant to kind of help get their blood sugar up. After that, then you try to give them some food, which I would give them some watered down version of their food. If I have to, I would syringe feed them. Um, but, and I'm gonna try to speak as clearly as I can. If I have to, I'll put subtitles down below, but I tried giving Tilly the honey. I put it on her gums. I waited a few, that for her to stop seizing and for her to kind of relax a little bit. And any pet owner will understand when I say this. She wouldn't eat. She absolutely refused to eat. Even when I tried to syringe feed her, she would not open her mouth at all. I could not give her any of her medicine. Put simply, she was ready to go. She knew it was her time. Sorry for my gross sniffles, but I'm keeping all of this in. But she started off with one seizure early in the morning. That one night, or in the morning, around 10 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 8. And I was actually getting ready to get on my computer when all this happened. I was getting ready to get on my computer and start working on stuff and start working on the Wolf Quest stuff when all this happened. But woke up, saw her seizing, and ended up, of course, picking her up, making sure she was comfortable and safe, or as comfortable as she could be. In the midst of all this and realizing that she was ready to go, I ended up calling up my mother, who was of which an hour away at the time, and having her own issues that I'm not going to get into. But due to that, we couldn't get Tilly to the vet until like a few hours later, late into the afternoon. And the hardest part about it was in the middle of waiting for my mom to get home. And I'm going to try to put this as simple and stuff as I can, but she randomly just started screeching. Like, the only way I can explain it is when a person is doing a bloody murder or whatever, scream. When a human is clearly in excruciating pain. And I could tell, even though it made me jump, and it horrified me, I refused to let her go. And I will state, this is not my first time comforting a ferret to the Rainbow Bridge who had a seizure. Dimitri was the first. Tilly's was just the worst. At this point in time, before taking her to the vet, she had had 5 seizures in the span of a few hours. We took her to the vet. They looked her over. We even brought Nima. We were taking her to the vet with the intent to put her down, to give her the last act of kindness. But the vet did not want to. She wanted to continue fighting, and she genuinely, along with us, thought she could help. I love my vet. No hate on her. She did try her hardest, and when she found out that Tilly passed away, she felt terrible. But she gave her some carnivore diet and some fluids, and she seemed to be getting better. She wasn't spry as she used to be, but she seemed to be slowly getting better. So we were confident enough to take her home and wait overnight, see how she would do. But on the car ride home,
she had another one. And during that whole card ride, she had at least two. And that was in the span of an hour and a half. And I had to hold her through each one. I held her for over 12 hours, comforting her through each and every seizure, and I lost count after 10. So due to having to spend so long with a ferret having a seizure, screeching her head off, sounding like she was in immense pain, that broke me a lot. My soul is very hurt, is very wounded. My heart is broken into millions of pieces. So forgive me if I am not really posting after this video for the rest of the year. I will try my best to give you guys a stream or video on the 2nd of January. But if it hits the 2nd and I'm still not quite healed, I will take longer. I don't want this video to be sad. I like my videos to be very positive and not negative. Even in the negative, I like to see the positive light of things, but right now, even Christmas just doesn't feel right to me this year. My parents and family have tried their hardest to help me through it. My fiance has been a big help, but after Nima passes, that's it. I'm not gonna be getting another ferret for a while. Because I cannot go through this again. And I will most likely have to go through something similar with Nima. And it's painful. I do not wish this on my worst enemy. Because it is painful. It is agonizing. And to anybody asking about Nima, she is okay. It took us some time. I don't think she's far off from Tilly, and even if I have to go through the same thing again with her, I will 100% sit there and comfort her through every minute of it, just like I did Tilly. I am a hard believer that my animals will not die alone. I will be with them to their last breath. I refuse to let any of my animals die alone. They have been there for me through thick and thin, and I owe them at least that. But Nima is okay. She's getting used to being a solo ferret. I'm giving her a bucket load of attention for whatever little time I have left with her. But for this video, I'm just gonna give you guys probably some fights afterwards, or I might just make this the video. I have no idea. But I just wanted to get out of the way. Why I haven't been streaming or posting, because I'm going through a lot right now. And there's only so much games, friends, family can help with that. Now, I will say, a big tip to anybody that I can give you that is going through a loss of a pet or a family member. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to mourn. But remember, deep down, they wouldn't want you to be crying over them all day. They wouldn't want you to be sad. They would want you to be happy, laughing, living your life. I have promised each and every one of my animals that I have lost that I would be okay. And as sad as I am, I intend to keep that promise. I will make it through this. I will be okay. I will get back to streaming. It just might take me some time. And I hope all of you understand that. I'm probably gonna leave this mostly unedited. But this is just kinda to let you guys know what's going on. I'm sorry. But if I'm going to be a YouTuber, I want you guys to see all sides of me. The best and the worst. But you see me on Path, feel free to join. You see me on the Isle or any other game, even Roblox. I'm always happy to see you guys hop on and say hello. You guys ever want to hit me up in my Discord to play something? If I have the time, I will play. But I need some time to properly mourn and go through what I just went through. Thank you guys for watching and for understanding. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish up posting up the Wolf Quest videos. But I'm not going to push myself. I'm going to take this break. And January 2nd, we'll see how I'm feeling. But yes, this is what's going on. This is the big reason why you haven't seen me streaming or really posting anything. But yeah, I'll leave it at that. Hope to see you guys in the next video or stream.